weeks ago, more than 400 delegates met in Saginaw, Michigan for our Synod's 67th Biennial Convention. The goal was to celebrate God's blessings on our past ministry and, importantly, to set in motion our church body's plans for the future.
Brothers, I hereby declare that this convention of the Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran Synod is now in session.
The theme for this convention, Embrace the Cross, Anticipate the Crown, reminds us of our most precious blessing and our most important message as a church body.
We preach Christ crucified. We deliver the goods via word and sacrament. Let's die to all of it, to anyone and anything other than Christ crucified. There he saves. There he promises to us a crown.
Just share a brief summary about where these new starts were approved.
2023 is the first year of our Synod's ambitious initiative to start 100 new home missions and enhance the mission endeavors of 75 other churches during the next 10 years. 9 of the new home missions have already been approved. 1 more will be approved this fall.
Those people who are lost aren't raising their hands and they're not saying, send a pastor to us, send a pastor to me. I don't know the gospel. I want you to tell me about the gospel. And so there's this balance that we recognize, that we want those who are being served with the gospel to continue to be served with the gospel. But equally important is the importance of those who don't know the gospel and don't know Jesus.
Our Synod's ministry financial plan, approved by the delegates and supported by generous congregation mission offerings and special gifts, provides resources to maintain and grow the exciting opportunities we have to share Christ's love through our areas of ministry during the next 2 years.
The Lord has blessed us immensely with gifts, and it's good to see that and to see the reports given and what they contain.
A high point of the convention was the declaration of fellowship with the Obadiah Lutheran Synod in Uganda.
Fellowship is a great blessing from our Lord and something He wants to give us.
And the affirmation of fellowship with the church body in Latin America called Iglesia Cristo WELS Internacional.
Lo único que pasa por mi corazón y por mi cabeza es mucha alegría de saber que vamos a trabajar juntos en el reino de Dios. Es lo que vamos a hacer nosotros en armonía, llevar el mensaje de salvación, las buenas noticias de salvación a otra gente que no conoce de esa buena noticia que Cristo nos dio.
I have to bring you news, joyful news, that long prayed for and supported work by WELS in Vietnam has seen a huge milestone.
World Missions updated delegates on exciting news from Vietnam regarding the recent dedication of our new theological education center for leaders of the Hmong Fellowship Church.
Bigger than the building. Throughout this time that we have been navigating through the difficult red tape of the Vietnamese government, over about 4 years of this project, the whole time they have allowed us to train our first cohort of pastors. And just this last month, the first 55 pastors of the Hmong Fellowship Church graduated.
Another important order of business was the election of synodical leaders. Second Vice President Pastor Joel Voss was re-elected, and President Mark Schrader was re-elected to his 5th term. He has been faithfully serving as Synod President for 16 years.
I humbly accept your call as Synod President, and I do so with the prayer that God would continue to work in you as members of our Synod through His powerful Word, working a stronger faith and continuing to work in you the zeal to carry the message of the gospel to people around the world.
The convention was held at Michigan Lutheran Seminary, one of our Synod's 2 prep schools, which helps prepare high school students to serve as pastors, teachers, and staff ministers. One of the biggest opportunities our church body has is to encourage and train men and women to serve as Christ's ambassadors.
The need for called workers is certainly great, and so as the Lord gives us opportunities to reach more and more, certainly we want more teachers, staff ministers, pastors, to encourage those people and lighten their lives of faith.
Being able to contribute, participate what goes into running of a church body, all the different parts that make up the whole, all of the intricate decision making that has to go on and make the church run to God's glory the way it does. For more details on all the events of the convention, as well as the gospel ministries you support with your congregation mission offerings, visit the Synod Convention website at wellsconvention.net.